Going more broadly to education, this is an industry that hasn't seen many changes. It hasn't been disrupted like, let's say, other kind of industries. Um, so why do you think is that? And now, but now we're kind of assisting to technical shifts in terms of where this industry is going and
Right.
what are changing. We're assisting because we're seeing this firsthand. So by seeing this firsthand, I want to ask you, what are the changes that are happening? Maybe we can start with language education. We can go more broadly in general in education. And what is this new direction that this new reality of COVID has imposed on many businesses that work in the education?
Well, yeah, it's really interesting actually. Right now we live in a really special moment in the history of education. I think this is going to be like one of those pivotal moments where everything is going to change after that. So I believe actually things are kind of stuck in the, like, education didn't evolve in the past, like, say, like 50, 100 years. Has been like almost the same. Like, people go to a classroom, they have a textbook, they have like a whiteboard. So that's kind of like has been the kind of a status quo, right? Like the education system has been stuck in this way. And I believe the reason is that the shifting, the switching costs to like a new technology, a new system is really high. So actually you have this kind of systems where you have like, teachers and school managers and curriculum designers. So it's a really like vertical structure. And most of the times people don't want to change because they are used to do things in a certain way. And so even though like you have the education industry, which is really like traditional, and you have like the world of bits, or like all the digital world that is actually evolving and becoming growing really like in an exponential, because like you have the Moore's law that they actually like the transistors are getting like twice as faster every 2 years. Actually, this is actually growing exponentially, but actually it seems like the education industry hasn't been like affected by those exponential growth in the digital world. And I think actually COVID is kind of like the trigger that pushed people to actually go online. So and the adoption of those technology became actually really predominant during the COVID times, because actually they didn't have any other options. So you have all these teachers, school managers, students that actually have to adapt to these new technologies. And I believe that this adoption, also for this long period of time, because it's going to be like 1 year, 2 years, who knows how long it will last this crisis, is going to really change the user experience. So people actually will learn how to use those tools. And finally, the adoption of those tools become like really predominant in the industry, and therefore is going to change the industry forever, because there are a lot of like benefits by using the technology in